Really happy appearance day to you, and on behalf of my family, Vedavyasapriya, Prabhu, Shyama, Krishna and Priya, I'm here to offer the obeisance in the university. Priya has actually sent a little message on an email as well. I'll just briefly explain that he wanted to say thank you for having him in Vrindavan. He is really missing that he's not here today. And he wants to deliver the message to you. He wants to, for today's auspicious day, he remember all his time he spent in Vrindavan with you as well. And he has specifically mentioned regarding one of the programs he attended at the temple during Kirtan. He mentioned that one day he attended Mangala Aarti, as he normally do, and he heard that the Damodara Stat you're going to sing. And that evening, he had to eat the prasadam very fast. It is in the big bites, and he requests his ashram teacher and that I really need to go to the temple because Maharaj going to lead the Damodara Stat today. And he said, okay, then you only have an hour and a half, and you have to come back. And then he mentioned that Maharaji, I was there only for that little time, but then I was so much carried away with the kirtan and your presence in that kirtan. And I forgot the time, and by the time I get there, everything was off. And I sneaked down into my room, but the ashram teacher already told me that I'm going in my room, and he came straight away and he said, Priya, what are you doing until now? You should be in your bed hour and a half ago. And he said, I explained him that I'm so sorry, I know that you allowed me only for an hour and a half, but I was so much carried away with that kirtan and the presence of Maharaj. And then by your mercy, I was okay, and he let me go for that moment. Otherwise, I would have been in a big trouble. So I'm sure that that was all your mercy that saved me from the trouble. So he said, I want to especially thanks to you for all that support and love and your help you provide me while I was in Vrindavan, away from home and mom and dad. And I also want to thank you, Guru Maharaj Ji, to you for your blessing and your support while Prayag was there, and guidance for everything we should do for Prayag. Unfortunately, he decided to come back in 1 year, but I'm sure whatever the time he spent there, your association, he will never forget in his future life.
I'm going to frame that slip.
Oh, Maharaji, please, please.
It says the refund money from the Gurukul.
It is something between
it was stolen from my bag. Right in India. It's a zipper's bag. And it amounted about 18,000 rupees something that came as a deposit refund. Perhaps Gurukul pays. And unfortunately, I opened up and I was surprised. How come only the envelope with Prayag's details, the amount is there? Where is the money? Then I saw the zip was at the top. It happens in India. Nobody likes Indian money except Indians.
Guru Maharaj Ji, as you always say, anything is happen for the good reason, and I'm sure it should be a good lesson behind that. And after all, money is material, so I won't take it seriously. Please forget about that and don't take stress. I just wanted to pray to Radha Shyam Sundar and Sigonika to give you good health and always give us good blessing in your association. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And also wanted to thank all the Melbourne devotees for organizing a very wonderful Vyasa Puja and host us very well from the outside of Melbourne as well. And all the Melbourne devotees, thank you very much for having us. Hare Krishna.
Shri Radha Vallabh Prabhu.
I'll have something, don't worry.
Krishna Priya Mata. Please come.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती वेदव्यास के स्वामी के नाम में नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी के नाम में नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेषी शून्यवादी प्रस्ते श्री चितारिणी. First time I met Guru Maharaj in Melbourne temple. He was in a transit to New Zealand for 1 day, and that day I came for Bhagavatam class and I heard class, and I was very inspired for that. And after that I approached Maharaj and took shelter. That was the time I was really looking for a guru, and I think it's Krishna's mercy that he has sent Guru. And Guru Maharaj is very, very merciful and very loving. That's what I can say. I'm very fortunate because I had the opportunity to travel with Guru Maharaj and also spend a lot of time in Fiji as well. Guru Maharaj is, I can remember the memories where Guru Maharaj, he loves to cook and actually serve even disciples as well. That's what I can say. And so many times I was very embarrassed where I went to Vrindavan and Guru Maharaj was personally cooking and feeding us. I was thinking like, how is this possible? We are supposed to do for Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj is doing for us. But Guru Maharaj says, no, this, he is so caring, like, even when we are staying there, he always makes sure the place is comfortable and we are looked after. And also, I had to travel, I got this opportunity to travel with him a lot. And he's a very, very loving person, very loving and caring. And few memories from Fiji, where it was like a family atmosphere with all the nice Fijian devotees and Guru Maharaj, and there also in Fiji, Guru Maharaj, he worked very hard for the temple, and with the local devotees as well, he is like a father rather than a guru. They see him like a father. And I want to cut short, and what I really pray to Guru Maharaj is just please bless us so that we can be strong in Krishna consciousness. And I know so many times because of the close association I might have committed offences, but he is very merciful, and just pray to him.
To get you married is not an offense. I fulfill the desire of your parents.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And with the mercy of Guru Maharaj, I got married to Krishna Priya. And also, I want to thank Aniruddha Prabhu and Achyuta Rupa Mataji for their very loving and wonderful support they gave us. And Bhakta Prabhu, Bhakti Mataji, and Prabhu, all the wonderful devotees of Melbourne helping me to, be in this moment. I thank everyone for that.
All right.
So, Hare Krishna devotees, we are really running very short on the time. We are 30 minutes over actually at this stage. So, I would request the devotees to be very spontaneous and short in their actually offering. It could become very tiring for everybody. So, next is Mohana Mataji who is coming, and after Mohana Mataji, we have Marichi Rishi Prabhu and Julan Yatra Mataji, followed by Lakshmi Priya Mataji, and then Tulsi Manjari Mataji will come.
नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण स्थाय भूतले श्रीमती वेदव्यासप्रिया स्वामी के नाम. On your appearance day, Guru Maharaj, I wish and pray for your health. And before saying anything else, I would like to congratulate Melbourne organizers for organizing such a beautiful and well organized and great Vyasa ceremony. And because of that, I'm able to offer my offerings in front of you, Guru Maharaj. Hey Guru, this offering is a joint offering for a family. My husband, Pinaki and Das, Devesh and Vyasa, they all wanted to come, and this is a joint offering from all of them, Guru Maharaj. Hey Guru, Gyanand Dina Bandhu, Swanand Tata, Karna Sindhu, Vrindavanasina, Hitavatara, Prasida Radha Panya Prachara. O spiritual master, o giver of divine wisdom, O friend of the fallen, you are the giver of your own bliss, and you are the own ocean of mercy. Although dwelling in Vrindavan, you have descended for the welfare of fallen soul like ourselves, and you are preaching the divine love of Radha Krishna. Please be kind upon us. Gurudev, today on the occasion of your Vyasa Puja, the day of your blessed appearance in this world, we reflect again on the day when you first glanced and showered your mercy upon us. It is over 5 years since that day, and over 3 years since you formally accepted us as your spiritual children. But there has been little progress, if any, that we have made over these years. It is probably for this reason that at this time of the year, the words fail us, exactly the way we have been failing you in following your instructions. When I hear your lectures and your instructions, I know in the heart that every single word you speak is true, and if followed, will ensure that our exit to this material world is guaranteed. So, if you do realize this, why is it that you soon forget your instructions when it's time to act? Is it because of Maya is too powerful? Or is it because our faith is too weak? Or is it because we still have a very, very strong urge to satisfy our material desires so much that we are blinded and do not see the mysteries in this material world? Or is it because you do miss the association of a pure devotee of Sri Sri Radha Sundar like yourself, who is always peaceful, kind, tolerant, equipoised, and liberated? While all these factors may be contributing to this, we think that primary factor is that we greatly miss your association. This is simply based on the observation that in your presence, or when associating with you through your lectures or bhajans, or when talking about your pastimes, we experience bliss. But when this ends, our miseries start. All is not gloom and doom though. There's some good news as well. On their 5th birthday in October 2011, we gifted Devesh and Devika, amongst other things, chanting beads and bead bag. They are now chanting all around every day. They do skip around every now and then, but they have taken up the process, and when they chant nicely. They also do aarti sometimes in the morning, and sometimes in the evening, and sometimes both in the morning and evening. They also now be able to differentiate between what is favorable to Krishna consciousness and which is not. They have very simple parameters. They say, when we go to do some shopping in the market, they say, what would you like to buy for you? Then they say, does Krishna like to eat this? If the answer is yes, then they say, they insist on buying that. Or they would ask, does this have gelatin or meat or eggs in it? If not, then if it does have, then we don't need to buy this. So they have very specific criteria, very clear criteria. No confusion. Many times their level of consciousness amazes us. Just the other day when returning home, I greeted our neighbor, and Devika asked me, does our neighbor know Krishna? When I answered in negative, Devesh said, maybe we should call them home someday, and then they can meet Krishna at our house, and they will know Krishna. Another time, Devesh painted a koala at school, and he painted a tilak on his forehead. And he showed the picture to us and said, this koala knows Krishna. He's got a tilak on his forehead. So when these pastimes happen, I always think of the blessing we gave him on his first birthday. Gurudev, your words still ring in our ears. When you said, just before leaving our house, you said, you held Devesh's little hand and said, he is a sadhu. Truly, Guru Maharaj, for your blessings, they are growing up well. We hope that by your blessings, they will be more Krishna consciousness, more Krishna conscious than we are, and they are not deterred by the attack of Maya in their endeavor to attack the final goal of their human birth, that is the service of Lord Krishna. We sincerely beg you for your causeless blessings and mercy, so that we may be able to serve the mission of Shri Shri Gauranitai, Srila Prabhupada, the millions of Vaishnavas, and the last but not the least, your lotus feet. We offer our Dandavat at your lotus feet and pray for your blessings to serve you eternally, and also pray to you to guide us eternally on the path of Krishna consciousness. Aham sar bhagavato asmi aham sada daso asmi sarvatha tat kripa paksho nityam tat tatha sat karomi svam. I'm a tiny part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and I'm always and in every way His eternal servant, as I'm always hoping for His mercy and kindness. I offer myself to His most dear servitor, my spiritual master. Please forgive us for the millions of offenses. Sorry, Maharaj, that's again an offense. Please forgive us for the millions of offenses committed by us, both knowingly and unknowingly. Your policy.
Next, no.
Marichari Shri Prabhu, Julan Yatra Mataji, followed by Lakshmi Priya Mataji, and then Tulsi Manjari Mataji. Please come quick.
Yeah. You did something, yeah? Wow. Prabhupada ki jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimati Vedavyasapriya Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Hare Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4 and text 33, Krishna says that among all the sacrifices, the best one is the acquisition of knowledge. And in the King of Knowledge, chapter 7, Srila Prabhupada talks about knowledge as faith in Guru. Maharaj, humble and undeserving as we are grateful for rescuing us from the darkness of ignorance. Like your own spiritual master, you live the scripture. You enact them with your words and with your action. And for this, we are eternally grateful. It's not even a year since you mercifully took us both under your shelter. And we are here today to thank you for that.
Thank you too.
As we were coming here, I was thinking, what can two miserable fallen souls do to deserve your love and care? But I think you've given me the answer. So if you need to think of anything to remember us both, feel free to think of the peanuts.
Do you like peanuts too? Maharishi Prabhu is a very enthusiastic preacher. Yulanyatra Mataji is very, very great Sankirtan preacher. They distribute books, go on Harinam in Wellington, and they also teach, she teaches yoga, right? And she preaches by teaching. I did not answer your email for a long time, I remember, because it is too tedious for me to write with two fingers. So I thought I will request you to come on Skype instead and answer the question. That would be a better, little process. But traveling, is really very tedious job. And I was lagging behind for almost 2 months behind in answering the emails. Please forgive. Okay, Skype would be a better option because it gives an instant, communication and answer too. I don't have to write. All right. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you for painting. I'm watching a lot of feet of love. Oh, ashes, yeah. Good. Put me a tripod. Okay.
Lakshmi Priya Mataji, and then Sham Priya Mataji and Tulsi Manjari Mataji will come, followed by Vibhavani Mataji.
Yesterday we were talking about us in the center, so I will make a general speech. Our dear Shiva Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. On this auspicious occasion of the Vyasa Puja, we all present here today are not very much aware of your extensive contribution to Srila Prabhupada's mission in spreading the Harinam to all over the world. Despite so many restrictions, you are still proceeding with your extensive preaching work. Gurudev, your glories are beyond the conception of our teeny brains. You are setting a very strong and permanent foundation for all your disciples and everyone else as to how we can humbly and with determination serve our spiritual master, all the acharyas, Vaishnavas and Krishna, and their instructions on how to get out of this material world as quickly as we can. With the torch of the knowledge you received from your spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, now you are showing everyone else the path back home, back to Godhead. Gurudev, your service to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna is very pleasing to everyone. With your mercy, the fallen souls are able to fight Maya and turn towards Krishna. I'm 100% sure today, Srila Gurudev, your grandfather, our grandfather present here today, and Shri Radha Vallabhaji are smiling ear to ear, and are very pleased with the devotional service today. Please, Gurudev, continue to shower your mercy upon us and everyone so that our devotional life improves and everyone are able to take one step closer to Krishna. Thank you.
Vyasa Mataji ki jai. She is very bold and Krishna conscious mother. Thank you. She is coming on the pilgrimage quite often. She was there in Mayapur in February. Now she is coming in Kartik again to Vrindavan Dham ki jai.
Tulsi Manjari Mataji will make an offering in Gujarati. How many of you understand Gujarati? So the others who do not understand, you can explain to them.
हमारा માટે જે પણ કાંઈ પ્રભુએ કીધું છે એ પ્રમાણે મને બધી શિક્ષા મળી એનાથી અને હું ઘણી ઘણી આભાર છું કે મને અત્યારે પ્રભુએ આ એ કરવાની શક્તિ આપી કે હું અત્યારે બોલી શકું છું અને કઈ શબ્દ નથી હું બોલાવી શકતા તમારા માટે તમે
ભગવાનને બધી ભાષા આવડે છે. Krishna knows every language, so whichever language you are going to speak about him or his representative, he is easily understood.
હંમેશા મને સાથ આપ્યો છે તે પ્રમાણે મને મારું જે પણ કાંઈ એ કીધું છે આપણે ઘણી ઘણી ધન્યવાદ.
Vyasa Mataji ki jai. She comes from all the way from Pakistan, Karachi, the turmoil land of Sunni Muslims. And they are the rare specimens of Vaishnava faith. You know, we have a couple of centers in Pakistan. She was attending Karachi, right? And there is one in Lahore also. Krishna willing, everything is possible there also. Yeah. You have to do nice tilak with this every day. Hare Krishna. Rot tilak karjo mati.
Shampriya Mataji, who is His Holiness Krishna Maharaj's disciple, she will make an offering. She is instrumental in getting Tulsi Manjari Mataji here, all the way from the Sydney to Melbourne. So we are very grateful to Mataji. Mataji, please come and speak.
Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Guru Srimati Devi Krishna Dasa Goswami Niti Namne. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Guru Srimati Vedavyasapriya Goswami Niti Namne. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Guru Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashaka Devakamne. I wasn't prepared for this, but thank you very much for the opportunity to allow me to give this humble offering. Guru Maharaj, I always look upon you. I've seen you for the first time in Krishna Kaliya temple, and you gave a class in Radharani's Ashtami, and that really had a very strong impact on me. I actually had a dream about it, or Radharani's qualities, so it really touched me very, very strongly. And so when you actually spoke to me, your first words to me were Radhe Radhe. So, your physical qualities are almost like my own natural father. So whenever I look at you, you remind me of my father so much. I've lost him 18 years ago. And actually we're North Indians, but whenever they used to look at my father, they used to say, "I'm Gujarati." So you remind me very much of my father, and I have always aspired to be of service to my Gurudev's godbrothers, because they are all my gurus, and I look upon you all as an authority figure in my life, and I have learned a lot from you all. And I just would like to take this opportunity to wish you a very happy Vyasa Puja and a very happy birthday. And please stay with us for a very, very long time. I really look upon you for a lot of inspiration and motivation. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
I thought you were good Gujarati.
Thank you, Shampriya Mataji. Vivavadi Mataji will come, and thereafter will be followed by Jadbharat Prabhu and Suchishava Prabhu. And Shupankari Mataji, I request the devotees to be very quick in their offering. Just give us the essence. Just Sara.
Hare Krishna. Namo Krishna Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Sri Vedavyasapriya Swami Tinami. Namo Krishna Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Swami. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadini Nidhi Sesha Suryavati Pashtatabhi Sattarini. Hey Guru, thank you very much for your coming into my life and in my family. With all your blessings and mercy, I got initiated in 2010, and in 2011 you have installed Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra in my house. After installation, we had lots of changes in our house, and my son got married with all your blessings. Without your mercy and without your guidance, I wouldn't have come this far. I wish and pray God every Vyasa Puja I'll be waiting for you to see, at least to come and visit you, even though I want to do a lot of services. I'm doing all the deity worships every day. I'm doing my 32 rounds of japas, and in the morning, early in the morning, and changing the dresses every Sunday. And initially I started with 2 dresses for the deity worship. Now I've collected 11 dresses. I want to change every day. I want your guidance and so that I can change every day with all your blessings. One day I want all my family to be initiated by you. That's my wish in your I hope they will come back and get initiated by you. I want you to be healthy and live long until they all get initiated. That's my wish.
Krishna bless me.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
I need Prabhupada's blessings. Krishna bless me. Jai.
Chanting 32 rounds, team? Chanting 32 rounds means you will take half the time to go back to God. Okay, so we have got Garuda Prabhu, followed by Suchishama Prabhu, followed by Janeshwar Prabhu and Premadharangini Mata. Please line up yourself and be very spontaneous in your offering. Very well.
And Jad Bharat is grown up. He is about to lose all his hairs.
His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj ki Jai! His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj ki Jai! His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj ki Jai! Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Vedavyasapriya Swami Nityananda. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshitari. Srila Gurudev, I think you have got a very close relationship with me.
Yes! Very intimate.
So, without even speaking anything, like you express your gratitude, and I'm very thankful to you for being such a nice, jolly spiritual master. Always laughing, making fun, making jokes. And like one of the Prabhuji said, Goli Maro. Once I asked Maharaj at the airport that, Maharaj, can I take one picture with you? Maharaj said, Goli Mar picture ko. So, all these funny talks make you feel so relieved from all your worries and from your anxieties of your life. And Maharaj is very expert in making even complicated situations very simple and, happy for everyone. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that I am Surya, so I am closest to the heart. But I think Maharaj is very closer to me. To my heart, Maharaj is very closer. Whenever I am in anxiety or at work or wherever, you are surrounded by so many worries, and you just look at the picture of Maharaj, like one of the Matajis said that Maharaj's divine smile take all of your worries away. That is absolutely true. At workplace, although we are not allowed to open our personal emails, but whenever I open my Yahoo email, I get those daily quotes sent automatically from Maharaj's website. I have to thank Vrindavan Chandra Prabhu for that. He did a wonderful job. That all the God family and even people who are subscribed to the daily course get so much of spiritual instructions every day. So, yeah, Maharaj, although you are not present, but your quotes motivates me. Every day they give me energy to live and survive.
Oh my God. You are putting me in trouble.
And Maharaj, we are very sorry this year we don't have a Bas association with us. I really feel very sad about it that Ba has left us. But nonetheless, all your family, your God family is there, Maharaj, so please don't...
I should not regret. Come on, give me a break.
And Maharaj, we are very thankful that we are having your Vyasa Puja here in Melbourne. So many devotees are getting so much bliss out of this whole event. And I'm very fortunate that my mother and my wife are also present here, looking at you and seeing this wonderful event. I'm very thankful to Aniruddha Prabhu also. He has also helped me many times for different things. And Bhakta Prabhu also. All the Melbourne devotees, they are really very great. Like Prasid Raja Prabhu said that our congregation here in Melbourne is second to anything in the world, whole world. The support we get here in the Melbourne It's like a whole complete family. Anyone who comes new to the temple, he's surrounded by so many devotees, Matajis, whether it's a young fellow or old old lady. Everybody's looked after here very well. So that's a very nice thing about Melbourne temple. And I was hearing one of Prabhupada's lecture, the video lecture, couple of nights ago with my wife. And Prabhupada is sitting in the Srila Prabhupada's room here, and the reporters are asking him that, what is your purpose for coming here? And Prabhupada answers that to make you realize God. And then they said that, is it not that we are not God conscious? And Prabhupada said that, no, you are God conscious, but he was a public servant, that guy. He said that I am a public servant. And Prabhupada very boldly says that you are public servant, so you are our servant. We are public. Why do you object to our mission? Why don't you take it? So, and Prabhupada is very heavy to different people. So Maharaj, you are also similarly heavy on me sometimes as well.
In America they say, you have come a long way, baby.
And lastly, Maharaj, I also feel very pain when you take injections. I am very afraid of syringes since my childhood. So I don't know how you put all those syringes in your stomach every day.
He escaped today's class. I was going to speak about Jadendriya, and I remember Jad. Who is Jad? Who is Jad? But his original name was Jitendriya. I said he doesn't deserve that name. He deserves Jadbha. So Jad should be applied to him, not Jitendra. Jitendra.
Sorry Maharaj, I was busy in the cake preparations and getting things sorted. So I had to leave the class in between on the request of Asiddharada Prabhu.
Good. Anyway, no excuse.
Okay Maharaj, I will just cut it short.
Come here and take
Shri Gurudev ki, Vyasa Puja ki,
Prabhupada ki, Jai Bharat Prabhu ki.
Jadavarat Prabhu is a spontaneous God family member. So now we have got Suchishra Prabhu and Shubhandari Mataji, followed by Janeshwar Prabhu and Prema Tarangini Mataji, and Priyapam Prabhu and Vidya Prabhu Mataji.
नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते वेदव्यासप्रिय स्वामी इति नामिने। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवगौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी साक्षात्। Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you on this auspicious occasion of your Vyasa Puja. Since Astarada Prabhu said just give me an essence, so I want to share only the essence part. We have been reading Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, the part 2, wherein we came across Lord Kapila giving instructions to her mother Devahuti about the fruitive activities of this material world. And after reading the chapter, we realized how important is a spiritual master in one's life. For without a spiritual master, we cannot get the knowledge, even though after reading that. And also, So we pray to Lord Nrsimha to keep you in good health and continue in your process of completing the mission of Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you.
Hare Evangelina Mataji ki jai. Bhavani ki.
Dear Tanu Prabhu and Vidya Guru Mataji will be followed by Abhishek Prabhu, and Dhanaseka Prabhu and Padmavati Prabhu. I'm thinking after 5 years we have to host this event here. We start basically Vyasa Puja after Mangala Arati.
Namaste Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Guru Vishnu Devi ISKCON के नाम नमामि पदाय कृष्ण पुच्छाय गौर श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी के नाम नमस्ते दर्शनीदेवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे विशेष शून्य व पाश्चात्य देशनाय पांचकल पत्रदेश कृपा सिंधु पतिदान पावन जीव वैष्णव जी नमः Dear Vedavyasapriya, please accept our humble blessings on your Lord's feet on the auspicious occasion of your appearance day. I feel it's not very long time ago that we had one mass puja of Maharaj here, and last year it happened to be in Fiji, the live mass puja, and most of the congregation, our God family was in Fiji, so there was only a few handful God members were here, and upon Siddhartha Prabhu's instructions, the mass puja was decided and happened to be in our residence. And then I was looking for what to do next, because conducting Vyasa Puja is not like a birthday party. So I requested Aniruddha Prabhu and asked for guidance, and I was so hoping and I was full of confidence until I get a call on 10:15, where Vyasa Puja is supposed to start 11 o'clock. 10:15 or 10:20, when I called Aniruddha Prabhu said, I'm not able to come. Sorry, it's because of his health issues. Now I was left right in the middle of the water, not knowing how to swim. That was my situation. Then I was just praying to Guru Maharaj so intensely that, Maharaj, please. Now I had to continue. Now the guests, there were over 60 guests already assembled. Then through the phone, Aniruddha Prabhu gave instructions what to do. So I just continued to do it. Then Gangesh Prabhu, maybe Lord, after the praise, Lord sent Gangesh Prabhu who could do the offering, Pushpanjali. So I felt in the whole function it was celebration like Maharaj was personally present. So it's not much difference to me and my family and our God family that those who are here, we only over 3 or 4 disciples who are here that we celebrate Maharaj Vyasa Puja. And after that, the mood of celebration was like the mood of separation. So in Nectar Division we understand the mood of, then the Sambhoga is the Vipralamba, that is the most relishing. So we were in that mood, thinking that all our God family is there, Siddhartha Prabhu, Jadavara Prabhu, Grudmana Prabhu, so they're all there in Fiji, serving Maharaj, worshipping the Lotus feet of Maharaj, and we are here. But still, it was really amazing how the prayer worked on with Maharaj mercy. It went on well. And so the last Melbourne Yatra of Maharaj was really very heart-touching. It was a situation probably created or it was arranged that Maharaj has to stay in every disciple's house, and it was so amazing that everybody gets a personal chance to serve Maharaj. Maharaj has to stay one night in every disciple's house, and we were the only ones who were missed out because Maharaj happened to stay the year before. Then on the last day when we were doing the final preparation, that Maharaj has to leave at 5:40 for flight next day. Till late night, around 9 o'clock, we were ready, and then it was Maharaj who asked for the itinerary. When Sir pulled out and found out that it's not tomorrow, it's the day after tomorrow. Otherwise, we would all have gone to the airport thinking that flight is the next day. And then the challenge was, where is Maharaj going to stay? So that was another fortunate situation where our house being in the west, so Maharaj, we already said it, it has to be in our house, where Maharaj can get up early in the morning with minimum disturbance, can go to the airport. So it was a very wonderful opportunity that was created. Maharaj 2 years ago invited Sri Nitai Gaurchandra to our residence, and we were so fortunate to have Maharaj next day morning did Mangalarti to the deities and then worshipped the deities and then left to the airport. We are also very blessed from the congregation that we are having the association of the devotees, starting with His Grace Aniruddha Prabhu, whom Prabhu mentioned that he is like the father for the Melbourne congregation. Spiritual master is our spiritual, he's our spiritual father. But at the same time, you need a father who constantly keep you in loop, who guides directly or indirectly. That's none other than our Temple President Aniruddha Prabhu. Either through Swami or Vyasa. So his guidance is coming through the leaders, through whom the guidance is coming to us. So ultimate authority here is Vyasa Aniruddha Prabhu. Okay. And we are also very, very thankful to
ultimate authority is Radha Vallabha,
which we get it through Aniruddha Prabhu. Because Radha Vallabha is very, very reciprocative to Aniruddha Prabhu. That's how we can understand the instruction of Radha Vallabha. So, my dear Shiksha Prabhu, whom we started recently the Srimad Bhagavatam studies through Keshav Prabhu, who is not here, and also our great God family mentor, Asitarada Prabhu, and my Varka Padashi Guru, Nityananda Prabhu, without whom we would not be here, and also Jagannath Prabhu, my Shiksha Guru, and many devotees whom we take Shiksha from, by which we understand what the Guru Tattva is and how to serve Guru and Krishna. Otherwise, it all becomes, there is no meaning to it, it becomes just a material relationship, and it's a, end of the day, it's only like a birthday party, people wait for a feast and a few talks. Whereas in spiritual atmosphere, it's totally opposite. I'm very grateful to Guru Maharaj that he blessed us and our family. Whenever I happen to speak to my children Kirtan, Devesh, Kirtan always says that he is fond of Kirtan, so he says my spiritual master is Kadalakana Swami. And when I ask Devesh, he says Vedavyasapriya Maharaj. So because Maharaj named him, and then he's been blessed now from the whole God family and the congregation. I beg and pray their Lordship to give Maharaj very long life and health, so that he can accept Devesh as his disciple also. So, thank you very much, Maharaj.
Shri Prabhupada ki.
His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Maharaj ki.
Ganeswar Prabhu ki.
Janeshwar and Premadharangini are very exemplary God family members. In Srimad Bhagavatam exams, they write the exams holding the children on their arms. So many exams have written, very exemplary. And the amount of organizational effort which has gone behind, this Sri Vyasa Puja, Janeshwar Prabhu is taken lead in so many aspects. So, very thankful, very, very thankful. Veer Bhanu Prabhu and Vidyavadu Mataji, Abhishek Prabhu, Dhanasekar Prabhu and Padmavati Mataji, followed by Chandru Prabhu.
नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूते श्रीमती वेदव्यास स्वामी नाम है। Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharya Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Bhakti Hare Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thanks. Maharaj, first of all, I would like to thank you for even considering me for initiation. And also, not only me, my whole family, including my parents, who are under your shelter. They are very, very happy about this. They are under your shelter. And they are celebrating your Vyasa Puja in Chennai today, in their house. So, which is a big milestone. I would not have thought otherwise it could have happened. So, thank you so much. Please bless them and please bless me and my wife as well. I know your blessings are already there with Anantapriya. You have named her and you have spent a lot of time when we came to Vrindavan with her, which is a great, it is very enthusing for us, really. So thank you so much for that. And also the way you served us in Vrindavan was mind-boggling, amazing, and I didn't want it, but it was compelled and I had to take it. And I don't know if I'll be able to repay it in any way. Maharaj picked my parents. We went to Vrindavan, and Maharaj picked my parents at 4 o'clock in the morning from the station. So this is the service attitude that I would like to, have. He just drove from his place about 45 minutes to the station, and he was there at the station at 4 o'clock in the morning. That means he should have got up at least at 2:30 or something, to get there. And he cooked for 13 of us when we were there and served personally. So I don't know how. I just need a fraction of this in my life.
Did I cook eggplant parmesan for you? Did I cook eggplant parmesan for you? No.
Yes.
What?
Eggplant.
Eggplant parmesan?
Yeah.
For all of you?
Eggplant.
If I haven't cooked, next time you come, I'll cook.
So, amazing Maharaj. Just need your blessings. I'm sure I'm not doing much. I'm not doing much for Prabhupada's mission and to help you. And I would like to request you to give me the desire to serve more for Prabhupada. So that's the only request in this point in time, Maharaj. Thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Request Abhishek Prabhu, Dhanasika Prabhu in Padmavati Mataji.
Somehow or other, it is not my habit to cook, but my god brothers engage me in cooking for themselves. The GBCs and everybody else, many ate what I prepared. And there are wonderful pastimes of cooking. So that's why I didn't give up the habit of feeding the devotees. Because I was trained. I can cook up anybody.